Hello and welcome to our weekend exclusive sports broadcast, The Match Point, where we bring you a roundup of week's biggest sporting activities and what lies ahead on the Super Sunday. So in the next half an hour, we'll get you news, views and exclusive inputs from Ground Zero with experts' analysis. Let's get started. To begin with cricket first, the stage is all set for a blockbuster clash as India and Pakistan lock horns in the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup group stage encounter in Colombo on Sunday. Defending champions, India have a 7-1 record against Pakistan in the tournament's history, and they underlined that dominance at last year's Asia Cup in the UAE. Both the teams have opened their World Cup campaigns with back-to-back victories, yet India still appears to hold a clear edge on paper. Opener Abhishek Sharma and spinner Varun Chakravarti currently top the batting and bowling rankings respectively, and Ishan Kishan has reinvented himself as a top-order linchpin, while skipper Suryakumar Yadav has roared back to form. Mystery spinner Chakravarti and Jasprit Bumrah anchor the spin and pace units, while Hardik Pandya's all-round spark is pivotal. For Pakistan, opener Sahibzada Farhan has looked in the form, but Babar Azam's strike rate continues to be a point of concern. Captain Salman Agha will bank on spin bowling all-rounder Sayyam Ayub, but the potential trump card is off-spinner Usman Tariq, whose bowling action has intrigued the opponents and fans alike. And Team India were treated to a grand arrival in Colombo ahead of the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup Group A clash. Drum beats welcomed them at the airport, producing a trendy, viral moment at the instant with its charisma, energy and fun-loving nature. Local musicians and dancers gathered, decked out in traditional attire, with instruments in hand to welcome the Indian team at Colombo Airport. So one of the biggest rivalry in world cricket returns as India is all set to take on Pakistan in a blockbuster T20 Cricket World Cup clash in Colombo on Sunday. Fans from across the globe have gathered at the iconic Premadasa Stadium, turning the city into a carnival of colours, chants and passion. DD India correspondent Narayan Singh brings us this exclusive report from Colombo. Take a look.
Not only the cricketers are preparing for the marquee clash between India and Pakistan, but the fans are also preparing. Each and every fan is trying to find out a unique way to show his love for the game.
Cricket's biggest rivalry is back on the centre stage. The much-awaited T20 World Cup clash between India and Pakistan is all set to light up the iconic Premadasa Stadium, and the excitement here in Colombo is absolutely electric. Fans have travelled from different parts of the world to witness this high-voltage encounter. Supporters have turned this Sri Lankan venue into a sea of colour, passion and emotion. One of the biggest attraction is tri-coloured beard superfan, proudly displaying the Indian flag painted across his beard.
It is going to be a very high voltage match, and I want to see and why I want to watch that match inside the stadium. And basically, I watched all the matches against India and Pakistan inside the stadium. Basically, the environment was there, very electrifying moment. I want to basically see that particular electrifying moment, so I am here to basically watch that particular match.
The ever-enthusiastic members of the Bharat Army have also arrived in large numbers, chanting slogans, beating drums and creating a carnival-like atmosphere. However, there is one concern hovering over this marquee clash: the weather. There is a high risk of rain in Colombo on Sunday, but fans are looking positive.
I have travelled from New Delhi to Colombo just to watch this match. I am very excited about this match, and I am 100% sure that India is going to win this match. And it is not going to be a nail-biter. It is going to be a one-way match, as it has been for few years.
All eyes are now on Colombo as India and Pakistan prepare to renew their rivalry in what promises to be another unforgettable chapter of the T20 World Cup history.
Indian fans are hopeful that again it will be a lopsided contest between India and Pakistan in the T20 World Cup. It is the greatness of these fans that they came here to watch this man despite of multiple hurdles. Definitely, these are the fans who makes the game great. With camera person Satyaprakash Dubey, Narayan Singh, DD India, Colombo.
And with India's match against Pakistan to go as originally scheduled, there has been a sharp rise in travel costs for the fans who are eager to witness the high-voltage clash in Colombo scheduled for tomorrow. Now, within minutes of confirmation that the match would go ahead, flight prices from India to Colombo almost doubled. A Mumbai-Colombo-Mumbai round trip, which was available at relatively reasonable rates earlier, shot up by nearly 30,000 rupees, with fares touching now around 60,000 rupees. The flight fares are almost the same for the Delhi-Colombo route as well. The sudden spike highlighted the massive attention the India versus Pakistan fixture gets from Indian fans, many of whom had been waiting on the sidelines due to uncertainty around the game at this year's tournament. And now let's go live across to Colombo from where DD India correspondent Narayan Singh is joining us. Good evening, Narayan. After so much of action already, how is Sri Lanka gearing up to host the much-awaited India versus Pakistan clash? And we already saw the visuals that how fans are exciting and already reaching in large numbers to see the match.
We can say that if we talk about India versus Pakistan, it's the mother of all battles, and we can also call it El Clasico of cricket, because we know that it brings a different type of excitement among the cricket fans, not only in India and Pakistan, but all over the world. The fans coming here are not from India and Pakistan, but they are coming from all parts of the world to witness this rivalry. But we can say that the Indian team, the way they have performed in the recent past after the 2024 T20 World Cup, they are looking nearly invincible. If you take a look at their stats after the 2024 World Cup, they have won more than 30 matches and losing just 5 matches. If we talk about their recent record against Pakistan too, in the last time they met Pakistan in the Asia Cup final, where they defeated. In that single edition of the Asia Cup, Pakistan lost to India 3 times. So we can say that it's a big gulf between, we can say that if we talk about the quality of cricket between the two sides, even if you take a look at the head-to-head record in the T20 World Cup, Pakistan has in 8 attempts only won in the one edition, that is in 2021. So the win and loss record is also in favor of India, that is 7-1. So all in all, we can say that it's India is favourite, but the way Captain Surya Kumar Yadav in press conference said that the past, we can't rely on the past laurels, because each and every game is a new game and you have to start it from the scratch. So definitely the fickleness of the format makes it more unpredictable, because we know that what kind of performance Zimbabwe delivered against Australia. They defeated a mighty team like Australia. So we can say that the format is unpredictable, but in such an unpredictable and inconsistent format, the consistency Indian team has shown, that is remarkable.
And also when we talk about tomorrow's match, India versus Pakistan, India already has an upper hand, Narayan. But what do you think of tomorrow's match? Because all eyes are on the marquee clash, and especially after what happened in the past.
Definitely, if we talk about tomorrow's clash, before we can say that tournament, we saw the background. Pakistan at one point in time was not ready to play this match. They said that they will not make a U-turn this time around. They will not play this match against India. But finally, they made a U-turn, and we know that they are known for this. And again, there is an uncertainty over tomorrow's clash, the marquee clash between India and Pakistan, because the weather actually is not looking up to mark. The meteorological department of Sri Lanka is saying that there is a low pressure area is creating in the Bay of Bengal, and because of that thunderstorms may be tomorrow visible in the afternoon, and even 1 hour before the match there is the chances of rain from 60 to 70%. So we are hoping that after 7 o'clock there will be no rain and fans will enjoy this match. And both the teams, especially because both the teams have 2 wins in the 2 matches, and they will also look to seal their place in the Super 8 of the tournament. But if we talk about this match, definitely in terms of emotion, we can say that it's a battle of the arch rivals, and we can say that one of the best rivalry in cricket. But in terms of stats and performance in this format of the game, I think it's a no match, because if we take a look India's batting order, Abhishek Sharma, the kind of hitter, the kind of batter he is the number one batter in this format of the game, and what kind of with what kind of pace he is playing. If we take a look Indian batters in this format of the tournament, in this format of the game, 5 or 6 batters in this squad they have the strike rate of more than 200. I think this is sufficient for any team to score big runs, to chase any target. So this is an asset for the Indian team. If you take a look at the bowling department, Jasprit Bumrah, we know how much lethal he is in the death overs, and if the opening over is there, Arshdeep Singh gets what a class of swing. And also if you take a look, the Varun Chakravarti, one of the best spinners in the world right now. So it will be difficult for Pakistan, but Pakistan to have some quality spinners. If you take a look, Usman is one of the, we can say that, mysterious bowlers of the recent times. So in the press conference also, when the question was asked to Suryakumar Yadav, there is an out of syllable questions for you, that is Usman. So he said that we will not leave the out of syllable question, we will try to attempt it. We have own preparation, so we will handle him.
All right, thank you so much, Narayan. We'll come back to you once again tomorrow with that special broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us right now, straight from Colombo. And talking about the World Cup and the big upsets, as my colleague also pointed out, well, Zimbabwe yesterday beat a depleted Australia by 23 runs in Colombo to pull off the biggest shock of the T20 World Cup so far. After posting 169 runs for the loss of 2 wickets in their 20 overs, and thanks mainly to Brian Bennett's classy 64 not out, Zimbabwe dismissed Australia for 146 all out in 19.3 overs. The Zimbabweans were always in control after opening bowlers Blessing Muzarabani and Brad Evans ripped out Australia's top order. There were sensational scenes at the venue as a group of Zimbabwe fans dressed in their team jerseys celebrated the victory with a traditional dance. Muzarabani was the pick of the bowlers, finishing with 4 wickets for 17 runs. And talking about big upsets and maiden victories, Italy trounced Nepal by 10 wickets to record their first ever victory in men's T20 ongoing World Cup in Mumbai. They produced a clinical show in only the second match of their maiden appearance in the competition. After their spinners bowled out Nepal for a paltry 123, brothers Anthony Mosca and Justin put on a ruthless, unbeaten opening stand to crush their opponents. Chasing 124, Italy knocked off the runs with 7.2 overs to spare. Younger of the two, Justin smashed 3 sixes and 5 fours to make 60 not out off 44 balls, while Anthony too cashed in on a deflated Nepal bowlers, clobbering 6 sixes and 3 fours to score 62 not out only out of 32 balls. Italy had lost the tournament opener to Scotland by a massive 73 runs in Kolkata. And now to get you more on this, to understand more about the ongoing T20 Cricket World Cup, I'm joined by Mr. Malayan Nirav, Senior Sports Journalist. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Well, huge upsets this time with associate nations playing so well. Yesterday's Australia upset was another jolt to the favourite sides of the tournament. Will the tremors really alarm the tournament favourites to not take any teams complacently at the ongoing World Cup?
In the shorter format of cricket that we have in 20 overs, I think it is not possible for anybody to take any match non-seriously. As we have seen in the past also, upsets, 1 or 2 are quite likely. They will happen. But when upsets start taking place regularly, then you have to analyze what is the reason behind this. And the reason behind this is complacency, nothing more, nothing less. Australia may be thinking we have been world champions so many times, and these Zimbabweans, they have not done anything the last 20 odd years. After 19 years, Zimbabwe has put up such a kind of a performance that they're forced to think that now we cannot take anybody less seriously than what they should be taken. Now, look at Italy. Nepal has a reasonably good team, but the way Italy defeated them and the way they played, I mean, that is again a message. And I'm always reminded of the people who wanted to internationalize cricket by taking it outside the Indian subcontinent and Australia, England, and a couple of other nations, and they wanted to make it popular all over the world. And this is the way to do it, because when it is a 20 overs match, anybody can do anything. You have to bowl just 4 overs, mind you. But when we talk about upsets, I hope there's no upset tomorrow, because that is where India is now trying to assert its position after a long battle. You know, this is not only a battle of bowl and willow, it is also a battle of minds.
And battle of pride as well somewhere. Because when we talk about, sir, the India versus clash, which is, as you said, just few hours away, and after so much of turmoil and tensions, and India already having an upper hand on papers, how do you look at tomorrow's game, as you were saying that it's going to be a game of mind as well?
Of course. Look, there are 1 or 2 things. First, that this Premadasa Stadium has black soil pitch. Now, one of the things that we are going to see there is initially, for the first few overs, the pace bowlers can cause havoc, because, you see, there will be some bounce there. But as the pitch gets more and more rough, the spinners will have a grip on the game. So it is an open game where both the teams can do wonders, except for the weather gods. The weather gods, if they're not happy because there's a low pressure area building over belt of Bay of Bengal and there is a likelihood of rain, so that is one thing which is bothering all of us. And if Duckworth-Lewis rules don't come into effect, then it is good for both the teams. But if that is invoked, then of course, you know that there are factors, extraneous factors, which start affecting the game of cricket. And this is where I am a bit wary of the fact that, look, what if it rains? But that notwithstanding, let me also tell you that this is one game, and we must not forget this, that this year there's been a lot of politics going outside the field, you know, going on outside the field. And I'm very shocked and surprised to see that the Pakistani players seem to be singing the same tune that their politicians have been singing. They should keep themselves away from politics and focus on the ground. And that is what is happening. So, you know, you may be having Shaheen Afridi, but Shaheen Afridi, the taste of the pudding lies in eating there. See, it's not just one of those things that you go and you think that you will take 7 wickets or 5 wickets or 4 wickets, or you will restrict the Indians. It's not going to. Wishful thinking and actual doing in the situation that exists. So Indians also cannot be complacent.
That's true.
Bumrah has had a wonderful run. I am yet to see a pace bowler of his caliber, but when you look at Farhan, he made 51 runs, he was not out, he knows how to handle Bumrah. Let's forget it, he knows how to tackle. He has got that eagle's eye, you know, which makes him stay with the ball, his eyes stay with the ball, and when the ball approaches him, he hits it. He knows where to hit it. So there are many such things which are going to happen. They have got excellent spinners also. Earlier we used to say Pakistani team traditionally doesn't have good
sir. Yes.
But now they're,
Yes, and that's how we gear up for the India versus Pakistan tomorrow's clash. So thank you so much for joining us right now. We'll come back to you tomorrow again for that expert analysis on that special broadcast. Moving on, now let's get you an update from the ongoing Milano Cortina Winter Olympics 2026. Mikhail Shaidarov from Kazakhstan delivered the performance of his life to win the men's figure skating title, a colossal upset in an event that many believed had been all but decided. Shaidarov scored 198.64 points for 291.58 overall, delivering Kazakhstan their first medal of the game. In women's ice hockey tournament, United States ruthlessly beat Italy by 6-0 to reach the semi-finals of Women's Olympics tournament. In the men's hockey side, Canada put on another clinical victory to beat Switzerland by 5-1 as Conor McDavid netted his long-sought first Olympic goal. Meanwhile, Yuto Totsuka of Japan won the gold medal in men's snowboard halfpipe in a hard-fought battle that ended with Australian Scotty James just missing out on the big prize that has eluded him through 5 games. James said he was a whole book of different emotions as he walked away with silver for the second time.
Overarching emotion is a bit numb. I don't, to be honest, I haven't had much time to think about it, but like I'm proud, sad, frustrated, bit of everything. I'm a whole book of different emotions at my thesis, actually. It was cool to be a part of that finals.
And as Italy's Winter Olympics move towards the final of women's skeleton event, the famed city of Romeo and Juliet prepared to celebrate Valentine's Day. Tourists packed Juliet's house known as Casa di Giulietta, taking photographs next to the bronze statue and fastening heart-shaped locks and notes beneath the balconies. Across the mountain venues, competitors juggling medals and relationships reflected the Valentine mood. Winning medals isn't the only thing making hearts swell. From the ice rinks to the snowy hills, love is frozen in the air. Meanwhile, the game's final chapter, the closing ceremony, will unfold in the city of Verona, which is also synonymous with romance. The ancient Roman amphitheatre will host the final event of the games on the 22nd of February, with organizers titling the ceremony as Beauty in Action. The ceremony will feature the traditional handover as attention turns to the next Winter Olympics in France in the year 2030. And as we move towards the close of this program, it's now time to bring you a story which is a blend of sports and entertainment. Well, as the NBA All-Star event kicks off in Los Angeles, stars from the world of entertainment and sports gather for a sporting spectacle. Watch this report for more. Sports gets even more enticing as the NBA All-Star 2026 event kicks off in Los Angeles with a packed venue where big stars walked the green carpet. From rapper Glorilla to actor Key to sports stars Jeremy Lin and Jason Williams, the teams were mixed for this year's NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. Speaking at the event, former basketball player Richard Jefferson said that such events are really beautiful.
For me, I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to get basketball really spread around the world. This is all, in my opinion, about showing people that everyone plays basketball. It's not just these great athletes, it's people that are actors.
On the other hand, actor Simo said that he's a big fan of Jeremy and loves attending such events with him.
You know, I got to go with my boy Jeremy. He and I have run charity basketball games together for a really, really long time now, and we always find ourselves on the court together, so I'm such a big fan of his, and I'm, very lucky to call him my friend.
Speaking on the importance of basketball, Taco Fall, professional basketball player, said that God changed his life through the sport and he's grateful to be a part of this event.
God changed my life through basketball. I'm just, a kid from Africa. I came to the States when I was 16 years old to play basketball and go to school, and my whole life shifted from there. So I'm very grateful to be here. I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
The professional all-star game that blends entertainment with basketball is a yearly activity, and this time the fans are set to be dazzled on the 15th of February, Sunday, when USA Stars will take on Team World. Sports Desk, DD India. Here on Match Point, we'll be back tomorrow with the super marquee clash between India versus Pakistan. Stay tuned to DD India for all news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.